It's easy to assume that you clicked on this video because you saw the title, and yes, you read that right. All my money is on the line, and I'm here to explain why I decided to do this gamble. The 2024 election is shaping up to be one of the most significant elections of our lifetime. It could lead us to a brighter future or take us down a troubling path. Think about it: healthcare, immigration, and the next president having access to the nuclear button in their Oval Office. Let me clarify, my decision to bet everything isn't based on blind loyalty to a candidate. Trump and Harris are not trying to slide me a quick bone under the table. We're just out here trying to make it out of the trenches, alright? So without further ado, let's dive right into this. I grew up a middle-class kid. I was raised by a hardworking mother who, like so many people across our nation, as president, it will be my top priority. Wait, this is the wrong script. Oh, my bad. Seriously though, born and raised in low-income family, I know exactly what it's like when parents couldn't place food on the table sometimes. Migrating to the US at a young age really did open my eyes on the real value of money in our society. So as much as I would want one side to win over the other, I simply cannot emotionally bet on my favorite candidate. You think I'm joking, but I literally have nothing left if all this goes wrong. This is not a sob story to appeal to the audience, but a testament that sometimes you gotta take risks. And if you win, you can change your life forever. And if you lose, well, I guess I'll be joining Trump on the Fryer Grill at Mickey D's. Basically, a lot is at stake. The most famous betting marketplace that everyone keeps mentioning is
Polymarket.
पॉलीमार्केट के हवाले से पहले भी हमने आपको बताया.
But what many people fail to say is that it's illegal to even deposit funds into the account if you're residing in the United States. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to go to jail because I spoofed my location using a VPN and now the IRS is hunting me down since I didn't claim something on my taxes.
Did you know that you have rights?
However, a philosopher, street poet, and now an alleged solicitor of minors once said, "If you keep thinking I'ma quit before I die, dream on." The point is, we're not gonna give up just yet. I kept rigorously searching for a solution until one morning I woke up and saw the best article in my life.
Security bag alert! Security bag alert!
Roughly a month before the election, a surprising court appeal actually made it possible for US residents to bet on the election on this platform I honestly never even heard of, Kalshi. After doing some research about the platform, seeing how everything seems to be checking out, I deposited some funds to test the waters and to see if it will instantly go to some Indian scammer. To my surprise, it didn't.
Budget approved!
Thank you, Mr. Khaled. Our plan was now a go, and it was time for the most important part of this video.
I love that. I appreciate that.
Simply put, I'm not dropping all of my money on either Harris or Trump. That would be a coin flip at the time of me recording this video, and I don't want to place my life on black and spin the wheel. Investing 101, never put all your eggs into one basket. Rather, I will make 25 smaller bets ranging from who will win each state, to who will win each senate, to who will storm the Capitol this time around. Okay, the last one might be a hoax, but still, the point is being made. I'm making a wide range of bets to make sure I maximize my chances of not losing my money? My research began roughly October 3rd. I began taking a look at the previous two elections that took place in the United States. I did a deep and thorough dive into polls that were taken over the last 11 years that later led to two previous presidential outcomes and our current presidential brawl. Throughout this research, I want to say that the most helpful websites to track any polls were Real Clear Polling and Jackson Jude. Again, not a sponsor, but these guys really do deserve a medal. I gathered all the information that I learned for one sole purpose: which pollsters can I really trust and which ones are being used. Let me explain. Taking the 2016 election into consideration would help make it most sense. Take the Badger state of Wisconsin as an example. 95% of all the pollsters were swearing on their mama that Hillary would easily run away with that state and its 10 electoral votes. Trump won by a slim margin. Another example, Keystone state of Pennsylvania, another swoop-in victory for Hillary? Try again, Trump won. North Carolina? Arizona? The list goes on and on. The same happened during the 2020 election with Biden and Trump. States that Biden should have easily won came very close or somehow flipped to Trump. I know this is not a political video, but seriously, the only two ways how this could be explained is either A, Republicans never answer the pollsters,
You want my gun? Come kiss me for it. But not like right away. Don't be too obvious.
or B, these are media spun narratives to unmotivate real people to vote. But alas, we got the information that we wanted and which pollsters were the most accurate in previous elections. To top things off, every single day I would wake up and browse the internet for any recent news developments. This is something I found to be most tedious solely because of how much false information there is on both candidates, but that was important to see how big the impact was after each bad news was delivered onto the nominees. For example, before Hurricane Helene made landfall, states like Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina seemed to have moderate support for both candidates. But after Helene, Trump gained massive support because of Kamala's poor timing on the Call Her Daddy podcast appearance and financially aiding Ukraine instead of rescuing operations of US citizens in our own country. Key events like their only debate, Trump's McDonald's run, and Kamala's word salads are what helped me get to my final decision on each of the bets. Now what most of you probably have been waiting for, let's talk bets now.
Come on, let's go. You can do it. All that talk you talk, let's do it.
Yeah, shut the up. I ain't like you. I don't need you in the background.
Yo.
Again, these bets do not represent who I already voted for this election. These bets show what I ended up putting my money into based on all the numbers, regardless of whether I agree or disagree with the outcome. I found a range from $900 to $1,100, a comfortable range for me on most of these bets. That way I have enough for everything that I want to bet on. That is how I saw I could maximize my profits or minimize my losses. To begin, I put all states swinging towards Donald Trump. Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin all go to Trump based on the polls. Additionally, Senate races were more complicated. For Arizona, I chose Ruben Gallego, Michigan, Elisa Slotkin, Nevada, Jackie Rosen, Ohio, Bernie Moreno, Pennsylvania, David McCormick, Texas, Ted Cruz, Wisconsin, Tammy Baldwin. Lastly come the supplementary bets. These are who will win the popular vote, who will win the electoral college, who will win the popular vote and electoral college, will Harris flip a 2020 Trump state, will Trump flip a deep blue state, will the Sun Belt swing states vote together, who will win the House, Senate, and presidency, and my favorite, what will be the electoral college margin of victory. In that one I put well over $9,000 because if either one of the 5 wins, I will get my money's worth either way. In the end, the total amount I bet was $32,500. I advise again, please do not do what I'm doing. This is not correct. No sane person would ever do that with their money. Please check back on this channel after the election to see if I'm fine or not. Peace.